Hello traders, you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. Now, if you're tired of slow, clunky backtesting tools and you want a fast, game-changing way to test your strategies over 20 years of market data, then you are in the right place. Also, if you are tired of doing, manual backtesting, perhaps opening your MT5 and scrolling all the way back, looking for patterns, looking for, specific, candlesticks or chart patterns or indicators based on specific strategies in the name of backtesting. If you're tired of doing all those things manually, then today I'm just going to be showing you how to do that just using ChatGPT. Okay, yep, the AI chatbot that is changing the way we work is now flipping the script for traders too. Now, there is no more waiting hours for strategy testers to crunch numbers. No more coding stress. With ChatGPT, you can now generate a fully functional backtesting script for MetaTrader 5 or TradingView. And yeah, you can do that in seconds, okay? We are talking 2 decades of historical price action simulated and analyzed in record time, okay? Backtesting has always been one of the biggest bottlenecks in trading. Whether you are validating a new system or trying to tweak an existing one, the manual process is slow, repetitive and limited. Even advanced tools take time. And if you don't know how to code, forget it. And that's where ChatGPT steps in. With the right prompt, you can ask ChatGPT to create a backtesting script tailored to your exact trading rules, whether you are testing a moving average crossover, a supply and demand zone, or an RSI breakout. You can generate the logic in Pine script for TradingView or MQL5 for MetaTrader 5 instantly. Okay, all you just need to do is to describe your strategy, the entry and exit rules, your time frames, your risk settings, stop loss and take profit logic, and any filters like session timing or indicators. Then you paste that into your ChatGPT and boom, you get the full code ready to test on any currency pair going back 20 years. Now, here is how to use this. Yeah, you need to open your ChatGPT and you describe your strategy in detail. Now, for the purpose of this video, we're just going to be doing a quick strategy. Yeah, let's open our MT5. All right, so we are going to be using a crossover strategy. Okay, it's just one of the simplest strategy to make this video not too long, right? So let us add indicators, just moving average indicators. Let's add the 50 EMA. All right, let's add the 50 EMA to the chart. And we're also going to be adding the 200 EMA. All right, we want to make use of the crossover strategy using the moving averages, the golden cross and death cross. Okay, so now basically this is a popular strategy, which is when the 50 EMA crosses below the 200 EMA, then it's a sell signal, right? And when the 50 EMA crosses above the 200 EMA, it's a buy signal. Okay, so now we're going to be going back to our ChatGPT and we're going to be describing this. Okay, the strategy involves the crossovers between the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Now, remember that you want to be detailed, okay? You don't have to write, a very long, script, for ChatGPT, or rather a very long prompt for ChatGPT, okay? You just have to mention the most important details of the strategy. So here, the strategy involves the crossovers between the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, all right? Now, when the 50 EMA crosses above the 200 EMA, we have a buy signal. And then I'm just gonna, just to make it easier, right? I'm just gonna copy and paste this, and then I'm just gonna change it. When the 50 EMA crosses below, when the 50 EMA crosses below the 200 EMA, we have a sell signal. All right. So now we have already given ChatGPT the, the strategy like that involves the crossover. Okay, when there is a bullish crossover, it's a buy signal. When there is a bearish crossover, it's a sell signal. So this is the basics of this strategy. Okay. Now, perhaps we can just add that there should also be a candlestick confirmation for both the buy and sell signals. Now, this is just to add, a little more, sauce to the strategy. Okay. Now, we are going to ask ChatGPT to generate a code for MetaTrader 5. Okay, if you are using TradingView, you can tell ChatGPT to generate a code for TradingView. All right. Okay. Now let's hit the run button. So as you can see, ChatGPT is generating the code for us. All right. Okay, you can see ChatGPT has already given us, the directions. Copy the code into Meta Editor. You save it as this. Well, that's if you want to save it using a particular name. You compile and load the EA on a chart, preferably H1 or H4. Then you enable auto trading. Okay. So now we're going to be opening our Meta Editor. Okay, so we have opened our Meta Editor. All right, but let us be more specific. Let us be more specific, to ChatGPT. Let us tell ChatGPT, let the code be written for an MT5 script. Okay. Then we can add, it should be able to backtest historical data up to 20 years if available, right? Okay, so we just want to be more specific. Okay, we want to be more specific. All right, so you can see the script code is being generated now. The script code is being generated. All right, so we're just going to copy this code. We're going to go to the Meta Editor. We're going to go to New. We're going to go to Script. Remember that it's a script that we're creating. Yeah, and then, well, you can actually name the script. Let's just use ChatGPT suggestions. Just remove this for a bit. We can just and just call the script this, right? Yeah, just call it this. All right. So now here is where we're going to paste the code. Okay, we're just going to copy the code and we're going to paste it in here. Just Control A and you can delete. All right. And then Control V, you paste it in here, right? And then you click on the compile button. Now, in some cases, you're going to see some errors appear. All right. So, but nothing to worry about. When errors like this appear, you can just, you tap on this, you hold the shift button on your keyboard, and then you tap on this and you press Control C. All right, I'm trying to guide you through the processes, step by step process. Okay, you press Control C and then you go back to your ChatGPT. You don't have to say anything much, just press Control V, just paste it in there and click the enter button. And ChatGPT is going to try to correct the errors for you. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is we're going to wait for ChatGPT to give us the updated script, putting into consideration the errors, okay, that the meta editor gave us. All right, so now we're just waiting for the script to be updated completely. Okay, all right, now we're just going to copy this. We're going to come back here and we're going to Control A and Control V. Okay, and click on the compile button. Okay, so now you can see 0 errors, 0 warnings. ChatGPT has corrected the errors. So now, if you go to your MT5, you should see this EMA crossover signal lodger, right? So we're going to come here. Okay, we're going to come to our MT5. Let's just view the navigator. Okay, let's view our navigator. When we view our navigator, we're just going to go to scripts. Under scripts, we want to look for EMA crossover signal lodger. Okay, so now we're just going to be adding this to our chart. All right, we're going to be adding this to our chart. So ensure that algo trading is allowed. This is the inputs. You can see the fast EMA 50, the slow EMA 200, up to 20 years on H1. So we're going to be using the H1 time frame. Okay, H1 time frame. All right. All right, guys. So we're actually trying to check, or rather we're trying to backtest the signals from the EMA crossovers, and we want to know how many times the strategy actually presented opportunities. Okay, so it's just more like a summary of how many times that strategy presented opportunities in the market. Okay, that is exactly what we coded right now. Okay, we just coded a script that is going to tell us how many times the strategy presented opportunities in the market. Okay, so instead of manually going through your chart looking for those opportunities yourself, the script is going to do it for you in a matter of seconds. So now watch this. We're going to add this to the chart. Ensure that your algo trading is turned on. Ensure that here is ticked. You click on OK, and then you can see the scan is complete. 98 signals found. This was the 1 hour chart. It doesn't mean that you must only use the 1 hour chart. You can actually use different charts. Okay, now let's go to the 4 hour chart. You add the scripts to the 4 hour chart and you can see 24 signals found. So on the 4 hour chart, we had 24 signals based on that our strategy. Now let's go to the 15 minutes. We do the same thing. 390 signals found. Okay, now different time frames, we have different signals, and there is a chance that the lower the time frame, the more the signals, because of course smaller time frames will likely have more crossovers. Okay, so that doesn't mean that each of those signals will be profitable. All right, you can see 1 minute is giving us 399 signals. It doesn't mean that each of those signals will be profitable, but this is to the extent to which this script functions. Okay. Now, this video basically has given you a template on how to create a script that can tell you whether a strategy actually works, or rather, if a strategy actually presents signals in the market. So you will know if that strategy actually has the opportunity to give you trading opportunities, if it has the capacity or the potential to give you trading opportunities in the market. All right. Now, if you want to create a more detailed script that does, a more robust or carries out a more robust function, then feel free to use your ChatGPT to do that. Okay. So basically, this is not just about saving time. It's about being smarter. Okay. You can test hundreds of ideas in a day. You can tweak the parameters, adapt to different currency pairs, or fine tune your exit logic, all using AI that writes better code than 99% of traders. Okay, so it's a huge edge, right? And if you're not using it, you are already behind. If this video opened your eyes, go ahead and smash that like button and hit subscribe for more game-changing tools like this. Got a strategy that you want to test in, you want to test for how many times it shows up in the market, feel free to use your ChatGPT and just follow this process that I highlighted in this video. Okay, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.